Let's listen to Dan Orlovsky about Baker Mayfield. This is from NFL Live.
Last season, Mayfield finished 10th in the league in our total QBR en route to leading the Browns to their first playoff victory since 1994. It's been a struggle this season for Baker as his QBR has taken a 30-point dive from where it was last season. That's easily the largest drop-off in QBR by any quarterback with 100 passes in both seasons. We mentioned once again that he's been hurt. Dan, you just heard Baker say, I've been pretty beat up. At this point, hearing how different the statements are from Baker Mayfield and Kevin Stefanski, where do those two guys go from here?
I would not be shocked if last night was the last time Baker Mayfield plays for the Cleveland Browns.
Woo!
Wow. After kind of how this season played out, and then hearing the comments from Baker, which were the first time I heard them, and then hearing his coach, Kevin Stefanski, go...
It's conflicted.
Yeah, like that there is conflict. And the thing that I think matters is, if the Browns want out, they have justifiable reason now because of the performance on the field.
Okay.
The regression this year from Baker was shocking. Mm-hmm. And I'm a Baker guy, you got right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shocking. And I know that the injury is part of that. And I don't know how much because I'm not there every day, but I don't know the last time I saw a player regress with his greatest attribute. His greatest attribute was accuracy, and it fell off so much this year. And it started making me think of, candidly, Carson Wentz from last year.
And Scott Petrak, that's not something you want to hear, is your name mentioned with Carson Wentz before he went over to the Colts. And it's kind of what we had talked about a little bit earlier. The accuracy I don't think it's all in the injuries that he had.
Well, I don't either, Dave. And, you can point to games last year where he wasn't inaccurate or where he wasn't accurate. There's, his completion percentage has gone down, I believe, since his rookie season. There's just too many examples to me of inaccuracy. And like Orlovsky said, that was supposed to be his calling card. Like, that was the one elite trait that was going to separate him. And it just hasn't done that on this level. And I think there's a lot of reasons for it. There's bigger bodies. The pocket's not as clean as it is in Oklahoma. Guys aren't running as free. Your receivers aren't running as free as they are in college. Baker's throwing motion, and he's admitted it, it's violent. And when it's violent, there's a lot of moving parts. And if they get a little out of whack, then balls sail and balls dive and all kinds, they go wide. So I don't think it's as simple as just a shoulder. And I don't think it's necessarily an easy fix. And, kind of relating to the caller that you started the segment with, what's difficult is you can't point to 2020, the second half, and say, hey, Baker was good enough, right? He took this team to the playoffs. He was borderline elite. Maybe that's stretching it, but he was really good. Is that enough, right? Because there's plenty of quarterbacks who've played well for stretches and then can never duplicate it, right? Derek Anderson had a big-time 2007 and never was good again. So, I think you look at it and go, well, there's something here, but then you also look at it and go, you don't want to buy into maybe something that maybe a little fool's gold.
Yeah, and again, those are the decisions that Andrew Berry is going to have to make in the next couple of months and arrive at the answer for the franchise.